Well, one of the more interesting aspects of presidential candidate tax returns is the amount that they give to charity.
Political analyst John Keller joins us now with a look at what they gave and how that stacks up with the rest of us. John?
Yeah, Liam, Paula, the national average for charitable giving is between 3 and 5% of your annual income, according to multiple studies. And by that standard, some of the folks who want to be president are putting their money where their mouth is, and some are not.
Senator Elizabeth Warren.
First, the good news. Senator Elizabeth Warren and her husband report $50,000 in charitable giving on combined income of more than $900,000. That's 5.5%. Washington Governor Jay Inslee and his wife gave nearly $8,300, 4% of their income. And Senator Bernie Sanders and his wife gave $19 grand to charity, 3.4% of their $566,000 income. Although Sanders claims he didn't report even more donations he gave out of the proceeds from his book. But those three fell well short of the example set by Mitt and Ann Romney, who gave $4 million in 2012, more than 29% of their income, and by Barack and Michelle Obama, who gave $172,000 in 2011, 22% of what they earned. Among those markedly less generous, Senator Amy Klobuchar and her husband, who gave just $6,600, and Senator Kirsten Gillibrand's spouse, who donated less than $4,000. In both cases, that was less than 2% of their income. He isn't a formal candidate yet and hasn't released his tax returns, but in 2015, then Vice President Joe Biden gave only $6,900 out of his $392,000 income, a measly 1.8%. Senator Kamala Harris and her husband made $1.9 million last year, but gave just $27,000 to charity, 1.4%. And Texas Congressman Beto O'Rourke and his wife gave a mere 1/3 of 1% of their $370,000 income to charity. That's less than $1,200. Now, Pete Buttigieg and Cory Booker, a couple of the better-known Democrats, have yet to release their returns, so we don't know about them. And, of course, the best-known candidate of all, President Trump, he's fighting to stop the release of his returns, perhaps in part because it shows he's not very philanthropic either.
Some candidates will push back against this, that this is just one tax deduction.
Right.
Can we really learn a lot about their generosity from this?
I think every case should be evaluated individually. There are other ways in which people can give back. But if you're a politician these days saying you want to help people, if you're a politician calling for others to pay more, it behooves you to do your part, at least on the national average scale.
We'll see when the other returns come out. John, thank you very much.